Hey everybody, this is Andrew and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are resuming back the trial for the we are resuming back to case 3 of this trial of this game. Sorry, just need a drink again. Sorry. As I was saying, we are resuming back case 3 of the second of this game. When we were last when we first last talked, we finally find out that it was Professor Albert Harebrain who is got a little bit of, you know, got himself arrested for murder of Professor Osman. Or the assassin and all. I can't forget his name, but anyways, without further ado, let's start the trial of the Great Ace 22 Resolve, the Return of the Great Departed Soul. October, 8:52 a.m. Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Oh, I can't believe it's been 6 months since I was last allowed to work in court. And now here I am, back at the Old Bailey. Mr. Now I heard it. Good morning, Professor Harebrain. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The atmospheric pressure is in here is off the charts. I never do anything like it. It's crushing me. I feel it every time I'm here. That's gravity. Well, actually, it's the fear of getting convicted for murder, but you know, that's just not the point. But, well, this is the British highest court. But yeah, are you telling me if it's some kind of device that I can actually control air pressure? I think it's probably all in the mind. Yes, well, you wouldn't let me down, will you? Mr. Navarro, I'm counting on you today's trial to save my life. To save the secret of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine from being made public. Yes, I understand. I know what I have to do. I just have to establish that the explosion 2 days ago was nothing more than an unfortunate accident. Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Justice will prevail. My comments on the situation, Mr. Navarro. You appear to have been lumbering with the most tiresome case here. Ah, it's me, Holmes. Mr. Holmes, I didn't expect you to see you here. Are you still working back at the Mr. Spell's museum again? That was very mean, you know. Leaving me alone and with Hurley. It took me a listen. Now I to wake him. Is that by you? Sherlock Holmes! Indeed, sir, I am he. Sherlock Holmes! Oh, I had all of your exploits even while living in Germany. Ah, yes, Rand's mechanism is on sale in Germany too. This message summer was supplied. Your detection in the Adventure of Silver Blaze was wonderful. Ah, yes, a memorable case indeed. It's upon Sir the Snake, I seem to recall. No, that was the Spectre Band. Well, thank you for coming. I do appreciate your support. I'm sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow. I'm afraid I can't stay. Oh, I have urgent business and methods to spell. Oh, gee. You mean we go to babysit the Iris? You mean your wax workshop? No, the wax work abduction, of course. Madam has engaged my services. Ah, so you're trying to get the voluntary ransom, though, aren't you? The week's wages depend on it, and as does the safe return of the wax work, naturally. As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention. Oh, well, never mind then. I understand. Of Of course, with my skills and observation and reasoning, resolving the matter will be as easy as poker with a pie. I shall return forward. For until I solve the case, I shall have no money to afford a pie of any description.
Oh, then you must have seen deep in your attention.
Quite Iris, quite. But life is riddled with irony, you know. Whenever I give something in my full attention, I have a quite insatiable desire for a pie. Pie. One of the universe's intractable mysteries, you might say. Oh yes, great, definitely, absolutely, I totally understand. Something a little starstruck. I wish you the very best, Professor Harry. Oh, why thank you. Before I depart, Mr. Naruto, do one with your ear, if you please. What's this about? As you have remarkably with the ground in science, I feel I ought to inform you. As compelling as this super high voltage instantaneous kinesis supercalifragilistic or whatever you call that thing hypothesis may be, a practical implementation such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition is quite impossible. But the professor says the demonstration was a success. Yes, it would appear that he fervently believes it was. I read Professor Bunny Brain's paper about it too, and have to say, I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically. So he's completely barking up the wrong tree. How could an experiment that had no possibility of succeeding in fact succeed? That's contradictory. And that contradiction that will be at the heart of the trial, no doubt. What's that supposed to mean? Now, I must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, my dear fellow.
See you later, Ali.
And I bid adieu.
Well, it looks like you're on your own today, Bruno. But you know, you can do it.
What about you, Iris?
Oh no, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do.
I see. And for the one thing I thought I need to, you'll be in my side again.
It's gonna be a big surprise for you when you find out what it is.
That sounds ominous. Let me guess, is it going to be BT or Inventions or something like that? Constable defense and the defendant. God is about to instruction. Make your way to the court. We're on our way. An experiment that the laws of science says can't possibly succeed, and a scientist who convinced that it did. That's a riddle you have to unlock here, okay? That's keep the case. That's it. "23rd October, 9:10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Hey, we got a new juries this time. Oh, finally. But I'm gonna miss the old man again. And if you know what I mean, hold on a second. Before I do anything. Hold on. Yeah, it's just like this. Alright. Anyways, sorry about it. Let's.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this coronary session has been launched. We are sitting today for the public trial of Professor Albert Harebrine. And please, with all on the court, this is nothing to do related to Mr. Albert Einstein. Anyways, I now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare the willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready, my lord. I'm 6 months out of practice, and what's more... she's gone. I'm with us Susan Sun today. Ugh. Is this just my imagination, but does the air in here feels more oppressive than usual?
So, I see you wear the new English or British outfit.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, I know. Even though I admire your marriage after 6 months I haven't seen you, but this is no type of bias anyways. I must say I recollect the victim of this case all too well, Mr. Oli Aspen.
Mr. Aspen was well known with the finance, though that was merely a front of his criminal activities.
It was only a month ago that the man appeared in court prosecuted by you, Lord Van Zieks. But the jury unanimously found him not guilty.
Because every member of the jury has been bribed by the sound of it, these powerful London criminals are prepared to go to extreme lengths to keep their freedom.
About 2 days ago, on the 21st of October, Mr. Asman met his end. The work of the Reaper was it?
If that's how your lordship would define retribution. But the fact remains that Mr. Asman's death was the direct result of the action of the accused, Professor Harebrine.
Very well done. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected and rendered to represent the will of the people. Are the 6 of you ready to fulfill your social duties?
Okay, this time is a little bit different.
I'm most gratified to have been selected to carry out this important civic duty, my lord.
To have a man's fate in the palms of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, it sends shivers to my spine. Who's this Lupin the What? This guy looks like he's a magician, yes, but looks like Arsene Lupin. But scientists experiments magic conjure resilience. God didn't try. All are nothing more than a performance.
Any spirit scholar that defies the reputation of scientific is a hanging.
Oh, this guy must be Professor and we got a magician. A little good.
We have to listen to what you said from both sides, the things and the second one that is, isn't it?
What's it all the silence on?
Was it like this, Marty? Was it like this at all? Vanish somebody! Oh, no! No! Okay, I'm going back, David.
That's the police killer Automo lookalike again, and he's as exhausted as ever, it seems.
I'm sorry, but that guy had been working for 24 hours. So I pardon an apology for jurors 6. We actually tried to pick up the other doctor, the surgeon, but he's a little busy. I'm sorry. But anyways, and now, as I assure you are aware, the incident we are here to judge that tragically took place at the Great Exhibition shortly after its opening.
Though the death toll could have been far worse, with the exception of the victim, no one was killed. Nevertheless, the dream of the signs being exhibited rapidly turned into a nightmare for the spectators.
A tragic turn of events, and as such, the eyes of all London, no, the whole world will be on this trial. It is our duty to reach a swift and just conclusion, I feel. So, your opening statement, please, Lord Van Zieks.
At the heart of this incident is technology never before demonstrated anywhere in the world.
One of the science's latest developments, I take it. The government is keen to capitalize on the great exhibition to improve British technology advantage.
The technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as super high voltage intelligence kinesis.
Good golly!
It's designed to disassemble human subjects using extreme high voltage electricity and beam them instantly to another location where they are subsequently reassembled.
It's such a thing in the realm of possibility. Well, I don't believe it, that's for sure.
Resembling peoples with electricity. My goodness, how shocking.
Ha! No, it's absurd. The hypothesis would never stand to the scrutiny. Sir, I believe you are a fellow of the Royal Society, are you not? An expert in your field? I am the man of my word on the matter. They can be considered final. Instantaneous kinesis is poppycock.
So this expert and Mr. Shuns are in agreement. It's impossible.
What is the prosecution's view on the matter?
The prosecution would assert that the accused instantaneous demonstration was a succeed.
What? Oh, what the hell? I'm sorry, my chemical just bomb up for no reason. Sorry about it. Order.
The professor's hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government. If it deemed to have merit, a substantial research grant will be made available. The accused made use of the invention built on his new hypothesis to take Mr. Atman's life, in order to be the sole benefactor of the grant. But this disastrous demonstration was no accident. It was carefully designed from the outside to end the life of the victim.
Thank you, Lord Van Ziet. The prosecution's stance is clear. But you will now bring forth witnesses to substate your claim.
Gladly, my lord. Before I take off my cape, bailiff, show the first witnesses to the stand. Witnesses, state your name and occupation for the court.
Yes, sir. Tobias Grayson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard Homicide Division. I was on duty at the demonstration on the day in question and in charge of the following investigation.
Albert Henry, scientist. You were born in England but have to be carried out of research in Germany in recent years, correct? Yes, that's right. After graduating from university here in Britain, I went to work in Germany and make an amazing discovery, which is what brought me back. I have been demonstrating my incredible hypothesis at a great exhibition.
What you demonstrated was incredible, alright, an incredible explosion, fire in a hole.
But the science was a succeed. Says the instantaneous kinesis work. Everyone saw it, they must have done. Yes, there was a terrible accident, but whatever. The demonstration of my hypothesis was a success.
Well, that's as much undeniable as shown in this photograph taken by the forensic investigation team. This was taken inside the crystal tower. I take it the centerpiece of the exhibition, no less. That's right, my lord. The victim ran up straight into them. I see. Very well. Submit the photograph as evidence. As the court heard, the victim of the incident was Mr. Odiasman. There have been a number of allegations made against the man, but putting them aside from the time being, he was the man of Funan who financed the research for the experiment and the demonstration itself. Oh, sure, so to summarize the situation, the defense is accused of taking the life of a man who funded his work. Would that be correct? Exactly.
But couldn't it be that the explosion was caused by some malfunction in the apparatus used for the demonstration?
That's right, the Smithy, my splendid machine, my poor splendid machine.
You saw it yesterday, didn't you? We're gonna even examine the records thanks to the SDESEA or the Special Defense for Scientific Equipment Act. I'm sorry, I have to cut it short for the short form name. It's too long.
What? The wreckage? The wreckage?
Yeah, but the being the case, how did the fact be established? How can it possibly be determined whether this was an accident or deliberate and malicious act?
Extremely simple, my lord.
I beg your pardon?
Isn't that right, witness?
What? Sorry, me?
No, your neighbor.
Yes, sir, it was murder, plain and simple. Anyone could say that with complete certainty.
What? How can it be possible? Think that.
Thank you, Inspector. I think we had better proceed to formal testimony. You will explain to the court on what grounds you claim this experiment have to be inferred for murder.
Alright. A friend of murder.
The corpse, the one crashing through the crystal tower, has a broken neck.
I made a minor miscalculation in angle of the beam projection. That's all. It's my mistake. It was mistake.
But the post-mortem examination revealed another injury, a fatal wound. There was a lesion in his chest where he clearly had been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. So the victim was killed before he went there anyway, and that fellow was the only one who could have done it. An extraordinary business. In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was stabbed in the heart.
Information I would really like to have heard from someone other than the judge.
The coroner says that would have been put. The coroner says that would have been. Oh, sorry. The coroner said that would have been all, but instead from the wound like that.
You could say, in fact, that the victim was killed twice by the accused.
No. That couldn't be further from the truth.
I reviewed the experiment and plans document that was submitted to the security team. The victim stood himself inside something called the bird cage, ready to be beat instantly. Boom! To the second level of the crystal tower, about 25 yards away.
The experiment did not go according to plan, however. As the machine was put into operation, there was a large explosion. Fire in the hole. The blast caused the beam transmitted to point higher than the intended. Accordingly, the kinesis resulted in the birdcage metallicing in midair. Ow! From where it subsequently fell, crashing through the glass of the crystal tower large round window.
My word! One assumed the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower, then...
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this happen. The machine was just powerful. But honestly, really, I swear, it was just an accident.
Unfortunately, that accused can't save you.
No, not considering a sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart.
Murder weapon? What do you say?
This is the autopsy report submitted by Crow. The prosecution would like to enter into the court records.
Your request is granted, counsel. I was there in person, you know. I saw the whole ludicrous performance. And the only person on the stage was Mr. Asma was the disgraceful accused for the scientist.
That Really, by all accounts, it was me him.
Hard to think otherwise, really. Very well, counsel the defense. Pursue the cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. I need to focus here. It's been a while. Okay. A front more. Okay. Before we do anything, I need to check some papers. Alright. Let's see. Well, there's a glass window. Well, I see the blood has go straight down, so I think it might have died standing up, which is true, I think. Okay. Autopsy report. Coroner Courtney Sight. Details of the victim name: Ollie Manson, asthma, male, 47, nationality British. Time of death is 21st October around 2:20 p.m. Cause of death: hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart, inflicted by a sharp implement. Additional observation: the broken vertebra most likely resulting from impact after a sudden fall from considerable height. Okay. Okay, since I can't get any further, so sorry.
Hold it!
Are you suggesting that because he... Oh yeah. Hold on. Oops, sorry. I think I made a mistake somewhere. How about we just...
Excuse me!
How about we just... Wait, I need to go back again. Professor Hamel, you're hiding something important. Well, he's jotting down notes and... It's far! What the hell are you eating? Nani the fuck are you doing? I was calculating the new thinkers and got evidence of electricity charge recoverable explosive this of the human subject. I have to keep the result secure and organized. That's why I hit the paper I did for my work. Hang on. But now I completely forgot the number. Yeah, me, I was scatterbrained sometimes. Well, I am a moment before you ate the paper you did yell the number 4. No! You know! You know my secret Korean pencil. Damn it! You're gonna see that, oh my goodness. Perhaps you could just focus on the testimony. What the hell? This is your fault. Sorry. I just only make a mistake about this kid, so... Okay. Hold it! Okay. For real this time. Are you suggesting that because he fell from a considerable height...
Exactly. Which highlights something else about the whole rum business.
What's that? The fact that the instantaneous kinesis was itself a success.
After the explosion, the cage with the fella inside suddenly appeared out of nowhere in midair. So, although the experiment ended in disaster, the disaster so-called instantaneous kinesis did actually occur. Remember, asked Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster?
Hold it! So the angle of the projection is crucial at it, is it? And you calculated yourself personally? Absolutely. The calculation is far too complicated for anyone but me to carry out.
Only if you got it wrong, then you...
Yes, that's right. That's the point. The calculation is so complicated, even I can make a mistake. Do people fall for the blazing confidence? I should try it. I took into account the subject's height and weight, the wind direction, and the ambient temperature. I considered everything possible, so I don't understand how could it possibly have happened. Obviously, then, you could have included a weight of the clothes Mr. Asma was wearing at the time, I suppose. Correct comment. The answer should be there. The answer should have been 3. So much for safety first. The 3 must be for safety third. What happened to the 4th then?
But the postmortem is basically blah blah blah. Okay.
Hold it! Another fatal injury, you say? That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't think I have to spell it out, but here we go. Just because there were 2 fatal wounds doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it?
Right.
Obviously, at first we thought the bull had died due to his spine snapping in half as well.
But you saying that's not the case?
You get your answer once I finish my fish and chips. If you don't keep faulting it, I will feel sarcasm. Let me finish it, my...
No, that's a bottomless bag. Iris, what do you give him anyway?
The victim plumped 30 feet into the glass tower. It would be reasonable to assume that that's the cause of that. Right. That's what we're talking. There was a red herring, wasn't it?
Hold it!
The defense knew nothing of this crucial information.
The prosecution received this report from the forensic investigation team only this morning. That was the first we knew of it as well. I can only apologize for the possibility of forming the defense.
Sarcasm and insincerity. Thanks. So, what was the nature of this sharp object?
Among the accused, tools that were used in the demonstration was his particular interest. This. Oh yes, there will be some kind of screwdriver, wouldn't it?
There he is! My trusty little companion, Andrew!
What, me? No.
And of course.
No, I had nothing to do with this. Seriously, I had nothing to do with it.
Do you know each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my food. No, he's the narrator, come on. I named them all you know. We're one big happy family.
No, I'm not.
For the fun fact, I have nothing to do with this case, I'm not the killer, and I do not know this man. Andy is my flat-headed screwdriver because his brother Micah is a crosshead. And to add, I have no brother named Michael. I'm Chinese, thank you very much.
Well, it would appear your beloved Andrew has a red sting on his shag.
That isn't.
It's blood, beyond all reasonable doubt.
No.
And that's not all. This long sharp shape of this Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the written wound.
What? What?
Order! This call will enter this friend of the defender as evidence.
So, one of Professor happens to is the murder one. Right. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Once again, let's just check again. This is blood. Mr. Asman. It's no doubt. This is the problem with looking at the murder weapons. I've seen this unusual shaped hand before. It's the same screwdriver that was lodged in the griddle on the floor of the Kinesi's machine, which could be important information, so I should definitely make a note. Okay, anyway, back to
Hold it!
What ground do you have for saying that?
Ha! Do you really need to ask? There was only 2 people of the public experiment stage in front of the whole crowd. The victim, Mr. Oli Asman, and the accused, Professor Harbrain. And we know for certain that before the experiment, the victim was alive. That's right, I saw it with my own eyes. Furthermore, following the explosion and kinesis, nobody went anywhere near the body. In other words, there was someone else on stage.
Great Scott!
Did you really say that? Did you say that line bomb? Sorry, wait. Did you say that line from the Back to the Future Professor? Yeah, Doc Brown. Did you say that? Anyways, before that,
In other words, only someone else on stage with the victim could possibly have done it. And Albert Haber is the only bloke who fit the bill. Unless you got some other bright-eyed sunshine, in which case let's hear it.
My learned friend's silence is your answer, Inspector. Kinda man had a moment to think. So, that's all the testimony I have to work with. I have no idea the victim has been stabbed. That changes everything. Did Van Dis keep that to himself until now on purpose to gain the advantage? Oh well, I suppose all I can do is press the witness file, or as much new information as possible. Okay, we're going back to that last table.
Hold it!
Did you just say Grace Scott from Doc Brown's quote?
Great Scott!
Great Scott!
Excuse me!
Professor Harebrained, did you have some information that may be relevant here other than quoting someone from Doc Brown from Back to the Future guy? Professor! Sorry. I was just confused, the optimum coefficients of electrolysis to separate molecules in human body. And the witness stand is the best place for that. I mean, we got a guy playing cards and the other juror is mixing the bottles of chemicals. But you know, I'm getting at myself. It seems as though you might have something to say about Inspector Grayson's last remark. Yes, that's my first. You're saying that nobody else could have done it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Who else gonna stop the victim?
I don't know. There's no way I could possibly have stabbed Miss Esme. Explain, please, Professor. Of course, this cold-hearted policeman may not be aware, I suppose, but humans are one blood map with blood running continues to their veins.
I heard that.
Then surely, you see, if I plant something the size of Andrew into the man's chest, the whole stage would have been with blood, but no, a blood swimming pool. But thousands of Londoners were watching me at the time, and yet no one claims to have seen a swimming pool of blood.
Well, no, I suppose not.
You see, not one.
True, I didn't see anything like that.
Hold on, Professor. That was a quick counter argument.
Order.
Before that, I need to take a sip. Pray forgive this courtesy if I savor a drop from my hollow chalice to accompany my old friend's urghh. Here's to you, Albert. Oh, you're too kind, Barrett. But I'm really not a patch on you.
Nope. No, you're not.
Nope. You've neglected to mention one crucial possibility. I have a political situation in which with very little bleeding would result from a stab wound.
Oh, of course.
Inspector, enlighten the court, please. Yes, sir. Where are they going with this?
Very well. You will amend for your verbal testimony now, Inspector Grayson. The weapon the victim was stabbed with must have been the left of his body while it was beamed through the air.
What? His body while he's beamed through the air. Oh, this thing, I got it. This one was we found it at the scene of crime. I don't think it's possible, right?
Objection!
There we go. Yeah, we found that thing here. You said that while the weapon remains in the body, there was a very little bleeding. Is that equivalent?
Look, there was no blood in the experimental stage, even though that's where the fellow was stabbed. The only explanation for that is that if the screwdriver was still in his body, stopping any heavy bleeding. It's common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world.
Yes, but about the screwdriver, the thing is, we actually saw it at the scene ourselves on the experimental stage.
What?
It was on the floor by the wreckage of the machine, poking through a metal grill. I went to pick it up, but Detective here stopped me. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson?
Well, now you come to mention it, yes. Inspector, are we on to understand you permitted the defense counsels to investigate? That you contravene the Special Defensive Force Scientific Equipment Act? No, not at all. I wouldn't have to. I would just let him alone, nothing more. I was very clear he wants to touch a thing.
Yes, that's true. The screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But it shouldn't have been, should it?
What are you talking about?
If this tool has been still in the victim's body where the victim was beamed away by the machine, then it shouldn't have been. Then it shouldn't have still be on the stage. That's right. It should have been beamed across the crystal along with Mr. Asman, and be found still lodged in the victim's chest.
Order. How do you explain this, Inspector? I don't.
It looks as though everything that the victim had on his person as a move with him when he was beaten. If the screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous occurred, obviously that should have been beamed to the destination as well. This is a strange situation. Even though people are saying that this instantaneous kinesis is a scientific possibility, we're still basing arguments on the assumption that it did actually take place. Alright, time to type the screws here. My lord, if the prosecution is unable to explain this inconsistency in this argument, we can only conclude that the testimony given in support cannot be relied upon. What fancy? What the? Seriously, this guy? We're trying to save your ass.
Did you have something to say with us?
Yes, I knew it. If there's out, then quick results. Mr. Now, don't worry.
About what? Are you trying to fuck us over in this case? You really want to get yourself killed?
We were the viewing the courtesy.
What?
Even if Andrew has been lodged in Mr. Asper's chest, my trusty tool would have moved, and you remain on stage is constantly with my calculations.
What?
Ow!
This guy's gonna get me killed.
Oh, you throw that damn ball at me again.
See your illusion have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accused's explanation. For once, this is not the. For once, this is. I break my chalice and the borders, not because of my learned Nipponese friend, but you know who I'm talking about, or should I say, this brilliant scientist explanation. God damn it! If just when I find inconsistency in the prosecution's argument, scientist. You know what? I was just right about calling him Bunny Brain. This guy is going to get this case killed. He's going to get himself killed, sorry.
Well, the defendant will testify again. Provide us with a scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency asserted by defense fails to hold.
In the name of Allah, I will, my lord.
Oh god. Please tell me you're going
To be clear, I still at the stage gathering the data in my research. My hypothesis stated that the kinesis cannot transport metal, though, hence the metal
weapon would have stayed put. In other words, the point just raised by Mr. Owl is inconsistency at all. Wait. Battle? So... yeah, your theory sucks. I might have to do... just to be safe, I'm gonna have to check whether... Mr. Asma was the patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have the duty to protect this incredible machine that we built together. Even though he's a piece of shit.
So, the thrust of your testimony, Professor, is that based upon his hypothesis, matter objects cannot be proved by this method of instantaneous kinesis. In other words, since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it may remain lodged in the victim's chest, this subsequently discovered on the stage by the victim being found elsewhere is not an inconsistency. And therefore, Professor Albert Hellman could still be the killer.
My great hypothesis is we had to make it a cage used to contain the subject from wood for the very reason.
I was not addressing you, witness.
Professor Hairbrain. Yes? Whose side are you on here? Are you trying to get yourself killed by... I don't take sides, Mr. Ardo. No. My only interest lies upon upholding my hypothesis. I'm a skeptic, well, even though I would get a death penalty if I get myself killed, but now well. This guy's an idiot. Is he working for us or against us? It's really hard to tell.
Let's see how your cross-examination this tested my manipulous friend.
Yeah, right away, my son. No. Once again, whose side are you anyway? God. Okay.
Hold it!
This guy's gonna get himself. This guy is gonna get himself killed. And yet you retort to my argument was lacking in confidence in any way. Now scientists can find the truth without first finding self-belief. Those were the words of the scientist I hold in the very highest esteem. His name is Doug Brown. But you realize that this program argument puts you in a very cautious position, don't you? No scientist should strive to protect himself more than he strives to protect the truth. Or words of the same great scientist you know. Words that are causing me a lot of trouble. Who's this scientist? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, Mr. Navarro. Oh god damn. But as soon as I remember the magnificent genius name, you'll be the first to know. It might be worth keeping the names of your idols in mind. You're wasting your breath, my learned friend. This scatterbrain even forgot my name at times. I mean, he thought that Baron was a Baron, not Baroque. So Lord Van Ziggs really did have a fan once, but I didn't notice hell freezing over.
Hold it!
Your hypothesis states it, so this isn't proven that. No. Okay, that's not. It's merely a hypothesis by a different based on thousands of calculations. But it is widely known that metal can't be decomposed by electrolysis. Yes, of course, I am right. My hypothesis is correct. Yeah. What is it about incriminating himself that makes this man so happy? It's the whole reason that the blood cage is made of wood, you see? Sorry? The blood cage? Yes, that's what I call the sea of obtuse cage in which Mr. Asma was placing for the kinesis.
The jail cell in which the victim was detained. It does indeed seem to be made of timber of some sort.
I thank you not referring to it as the instrument of incantation, your worship.
In short, any weapon lodged in the victim when he was beat away by instantaneous kinesis would have been left behind on stage if it was made of metal, correct?
Yes, that's it. Yes. It opted perfectly with the mathematical model.
What the ultimate conclusion done is that the defendant no longer had the opportunity to inflict this fatal wound on the victim, is it not? Indeed, sir.
Someone beam me out of this fucking nightmare. Yeah, those guys gonna get myself killed. In other words, I wonder. Hold on. I want to try this first. I wonder if I'm right on it. So. Okay. First off, let's try the. I'm saying it's the photo because this.
Objection!
There we go. Okay. Professor Harebrained, you say that according to your hypothesis, nothing made of matter can be by instantaneous kinesis using the machine you made. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Spot on, exactly correct. In that case, I asked you to have a look at this photograph that was taken at the scene. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. You can clearly see that Mr. Asmus is wearing a pair of spectacles with the metal rim. What? No, metal cut. That's not metal? No! We've already established that the proposed murder weapon, the screwdriver, was found on stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicts that outcome, it should also have predicted that the metal rim spectacles would be found in the same place. My hypothesis. Professor Harebrained, this isn't easy for me to say, but your hypothesis is clearly flawed. No!
Order! Counsel, what is the implication of this?
If, on the day in question, this alleged intensiveness never actually took place, then it's entirely possible that the victim was killed somewhere other than on the stage. And in that case, someone other than the defendant could have been caught. But my hypothesis sound. The bullet of the day, the experiment must succeed. The experiment was proof of all my work.
Objection! If I could say something, in my capability as a fellow of the Royal Society. Yes, juror number 4, go ahead. As a man of science, there is one thing I simply cannot buy. And that's a fellow who pretend to be a fellow man of science.
What? Wait, great Scott! Are you suggesting my science is suspect?
Yes! Well, anyways, it's just been disproven as an infallible of us. In other words, the whole demonstration was completely nonsense from start to finish. Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you that this is the man in heel, a bounder, and a fraud. I share the record of the machine should be stripped down and thrown exam.
No, never! That machine is essential to my hypothesis. It's protected by the SBA.
What the devil in places like Ovalana? Who made up such a death row?
I don't like the way this seems going. What's the best way for me to help the professor? No, I rather not. I raised an objection that they were going to bombard the base, so... Sorry, you screw yourself for this one. Maybe I should wait for the time being.
Our feeling is that the machine requires a total examination.
What about this special dispenser, whatever that is being mentioned? Oh gosh, there's not too much. SDSCA, right?
If they determine that the machine itself was the border weapon, I think you find the act will apply. Of course, it was the border weapon. Everyone can see that it's plain as day. So we're all in agreement, are we, that the machine should be struck?
If I don't do something, they'll...
Objection!
Professor Harebrained has yet to perfect his invention. That would seem the case, yes. But even so, what? Going to such trouble and expense to create a fake machine to display in public, you would have absolutely no reason to do such
Objection!
He had an obvious reason to do exactly that. For the research grant money.
If the government was fortunate enough to have deemed this man's ridiculous notion plausible, he and his conspirators would have received a handsome sum indeed.
Hear that? What would be the value of such grant? 10 pounds?
No, not right. You're an order of magnitude out. Madam, 500 pounds a year.
You can live an handsome, on that much of years.
The societies notice an increase. The society noticed an increase in bogus public demonstration in the field of science recently, and political scientists argue with each other to get a large slice of the funding cake. People's greens plenty more than enough for murder, I assure you.
No, I haven't decided. Please even list of all the guys. I have a sound, my sound. Please, you must believe me.
Objection!
God damn it. No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to you, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that the victim was transported instantly to the Crystal Tower. Which means that the experiment was a success. Yes, Belloc, my friend. And therefore, the only person who could possibly have committed this murder is the accused. Oh shit. Oh shit. Where is this heading? I have no idea.
My lord, if I may. Yes, my lord Van Zicht. The prosecution would like us to summon new witnesses to the stand. New witnesses? What would that be the nature of their involvement?
They were spectators of the demonstration at the exhibition, who will occupy special seats. Eyewitnesses?
Very well, the count grants the prosecution request. I should very much like to hear about any witnesses to the incident.
The prosecution stands clear. This experiment was not position. The accused killed the finance the victim there on the public stage before the very other spectators. Now, my little friend. Oh, yes? It's time for you to make your own stance clear. There's clear flaw in the professor's hypothesis. I can see that. But where does this leave me?
We shall take a short recess now, during which time the prosecution will prepare its new witnesses to take the stand.
As you wish.
Good, in that case, the court is adjourned for 20 minutes. Well, the court's in recess, I'm sorry about it.
Alright. Hairbrain. This guy is going to get himself killed just because he believed in his own testimony. This guy is going. I don't know who's the idiot here. Like Hairbrain or what? Anyways, and it's just only 1 hour of this, and it's just less than 1 hour after I stream this thing. So, okay, but surprisingly, but very surprisingly, I'm taking way too much. Maybe the summation examination will come later. Anyways, let's move on. 23rd October, 10:44 a.m. The Old Bailey Defense Antechamber. Mr. Naruto? What the fuck are you playing at just now, or rather? What on earth are you playing at, you jackass? My immediate hypothesis, you'll be picking horses from the start. I'm sorry about that, but you promised me. You said you proved that trailer explosion was an accident, not murder. You said
Keep my pressing invention for falling to an one hands, but all you've done so far is trying to undermine me.
Well, if we don't undermine you, then you're still going to get to jail, you idiot.
Yes, I did make a promise, you're right. I said that I believe in you in fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand what. I don't understand your hypothesis. I mean, come on. If you were trying to argue with me and you get away with it, you put to death. The fact is, there was an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there? But if I just ran through some equations, yes, indeed, it's because my work's incomplete. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he? Oh, oh no! You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault, and I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster, not just a scientist, but as a human being. Well, that might be a little over the top. And while we're on the subject, what about Baroque? He's been awful, claiming his own university friend to be a murderer. You mean he's a disaster, not just as a passenger, but a human being? Oh, but no, wait, he's the Reaper, isn't he? Why was he not classified as a Homo sapien anymore? Yeah, that's clear up. Oh wait, that's not right. Can I double check something with you? Yes, what? The machine and demonstration you prepared, they were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume? There were no trickery involved? I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn. We firmly believe that science is the only future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hadn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Naoto, you must believe in it. Alright, Professor, I understand.
Counsel defense. The prosecution witnesses are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again. Make your way in the courtroom, please.
It all hinges on that demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Jones was adamant. A practical implementation such as was attempted by the professor at the exhibition is quite impossible. So really, what should I be trying to prove here? Well, in my opinion, I think we have to prove that this guy, his invention was actually a flaw. Otherwise, if he keeps saying that if he's the one that works, then he's going to get himself killed. 23rd October, 11 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby commence the proceeding of this court. The counsel, the defense, and prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify?
The prosecution is ready, my lord. As in the defense, my lord.
So, Lord Van Dix, I believe that these next witnesses saw the demonstration on the day of the question with their own eyes.
Indeed, they did. As luck would have, one of them is police detective. So, the testimony we are about the hear can be considered highly reliable, even though that she has been here 6 months ago, yet has nearly convicted for murder and perjury or whatever. So, but now we believe she's a detective, so we don't care about that. Perfect, a detective of all people. The prosecution stance remained unchanged. Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. Yeah, if I'm thinking about the detective, it's not the... He's definitely... This Inspector Lestrade. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder. He's the only other individual to have been present on this case at the time of the accused.
Thank you, counsel. The prosecution position is clear. So, bring forth your witnesses now.
Relief, show the witnesses in. The witnesses who approximately
to the incident on the day in question will qualify through equivalence. Okay, we got this. A boy and Gina Lestrade. Witnesses, state your name and occupation for the court to hear.
My name is Balt. My name is
Baltzhauser-Lune.
My name. I am
Okay.
I am the impresario of all the hot air balloons in the vicinity of the experimental stage.
What? Gots. My name is Wilhelm Gottfried Sigmund Otzenstein. I am come to see the Glitz exhibition along the way to my home in Bohemia. Here's a coin.
Ah, okay, here you go. Here's the balloon.
I'm very rich. When you mean Bohemia, do you mean the King of Bohemia that in the Sherlock Holmes series? Inspector Gina Lestrade, Scotland Yard. I'm a glad detective. Even Alex Shums agreed. I was on security duty at exhibition and I got up to the wonder balloons. It was amazing. Gina again. God. She did mention she's seen the disaster of pop in the balloon actually, isn't she? And she clearly loves every minute of it. There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage where the incident occurred. 2 of the witnesses were in one such balloon at the time and saw events unfold for the skies above. Oh, now I noticed that his hat is more like a hot air balloon and... You sure that thing is safe? Anyways,
You making it sound like they were on the clouds. It was only an altitude of circa 60 feet, very low.
well, you can't see for nothing while you're out there, can't you? 60 feet, about 18 meters then.
Thank you for your introduction. Now you will give your formal testimony for the court. Kindly describe exactly what you discussed, especially those of you who had vantage point about the stage.
The view from 60 feet.
It was an scintillating. I am only grateful that my balloons were not damaged.
There's this huge bang on the stage, and then the next second, another bang from in the skies beside us. And from the underneath smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere.
The gate, it fell from the sky like a stone and clashed into the crystal tower.
I didn't get a good look at the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed the tower. Okay.
A most extraordinary collective account, I must say.
Let me just clarify something. There's a detail in the witness testimony that I've not heard any mention until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions? Or precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places. Yes. When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time, carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called wreckage then contained the victim disappeared from the stage at the moment later. The second explosion occurred directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witnesses. The birdcage appears at the site of the explosion, subsequently the plummet down to the crystal tower. I was really surprised. Suddenly the cage appeared before my eyes with a person inside. The blast was so hot, I didn't want to miss the thing, so I keep my eyes wide. Oh, my balloon, no! Another one, please.
Oh, sir, here you go. I got infinite balloons.
I still have lots of money.
Oh, Precisely. Who is this curious infant? I mean, where's his mommy and daddy? I'm told he is a young noble from Bohemian royalty. Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the great exhibition. His mommy and daddy is going to be very pissed to find out he in here.
Zah, I'm here in London on a sightseeing to this is my elementary school.
We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in the testimony. Do we really need that?
Then I remove my mask. This is what I look like, although nobody still recognizes me.
Oh yes, I see. Did I face in? My face, I'm sure. Even though I have never, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna remember myself.
Zah, everybody says so.
Great disguise, not. The court case, the testimony of the witnesses for the subsequently the facts for the court. Namely, that this point, ending in disclosure, incidentally can was a sexual discrimination. And furthermore, that until the arrival of police, no one approached the tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused who was with Mr. Aswell on the stage could possibly have committed the murder.
Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution views on the matter are quite clear. So, the defense cross-examination now, please.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, feel the 60 feet high.
You were the baby.
Hold it!
There were 3 balloons flying up above there. There were 3 balloons flying above the experiment station at the time, I understand.
See. All 3 of them, my balloons simile bomb bimini. They are very popular, signor. Some people will pay 10 pounds for one line. Although we will only charge them 3 pounds, but why they need to go that far? But sorry, 2 pounds, sorry. The money go 5 times, you know, but that's not what I say myself.
£10? That's more than my annual stipend.
£20 a month. That is my pocket money.
Royals have all the luck. Could you just donate to me, please? I'm very, very poor.
I got up there for free, I did.
Lay all the old words, but Her Majesty police kind of. Detectives have all the luck. Gregson must be beside himself.
What do you say? You did that what?
If they're so popular, why would you only be operating in such a small number of balloons though?
Because if I had too many in disguise, they could clash into each other.
The operators for the balloons would be decided by units, with each operator manning for a particular area.
See, and the organism above public experimentation stage is the most profitable. The other impresarios, they hate me. They spit on me. Thank you, Windows. I think the court has a clear picture of the arrangement for the balloon rides at the exhibition. Perhaps we could hear more about what you actually witnessed in the incident.
Right, I can fill you in, my lord. There's a huge bomb on the station.
Hold it!
So you actually saw the accident happen up in the air. Yep, it's amazing what the detective gets to do there. I'm telling you, Otto, being a lawyer is a monkey. You should join the force with me, and we can go flying together. You know me so well. God. I wish I could work as a part-time with the job with Iris and wait, I'm getting on myself. Yes, well, anyway, could you tell us exactly what you saw, do you think? Everything! We saw everything because we were up above, you know. The dodgy cove climbing into the cage, and that doggy professor pulling off all the levers. And that's when it happened. That's when it was there. Massive bang at the cage system, just like that.
You are describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe.
I didn't know what to make of it, but there was this another bang right in my ear. I looked around and there was a huge red fireball right next to us guys.
That's Peter.
And there was nothing there before. What? And what happened in the flames? A cage that was what?
And that description sounds like the moment after the man was beamed instantly into space.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it? But that's true. This is scientific, I reckon. So the people who actually saw the message with their own ears really believe they saw something miracle taking place. Hold on, the boy needs to...
Hold it!
Okay. Wait, can we get a final? Wait. Before we make it...
That's Peter.
There we go. I want to do a funny dialogue later, but just let's see.
Excuse me!
Pull the same off the last time, but Master Gods, does your memory of the day differ? Me teacher at elementary school said that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use the full name. Are you seriously? I can't read that full name. Ah, yes, what was it again? Wilhelm Gottstein Sigismund Altstein. Oh great, that's not good. Just the four names then. The point, I mean, you know what? Forget. The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add in response to Gina Lestrade's last remark? Hi, get me right order, it's Inspector Lestrade. Why does everyone have a problem with how I dressed them at the moment? That is not what I saw. Oh? Yeah, there was a second explosion and was right beside the balloon, that is true. But I'm sure. Which is what I say in it. 1 minute there was nothing there, and that's a massive explosion. Me teacher elementary school said that when someone else is speaking, if you are rude enough into that, you will have the most awful life imaginable. Are all Bohemians brought up to be so George? For George, another balloon, please.
Oh, surely you go. Here you go.
Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky. A green balloon? Eh? You what? I never saw nothing like that. Wait, I did! I saw and you can't say I didn't. I will complain to the council. I will cry and scream. My test was the truth. I am Bohemian, please. You can't say it's lie. That is not allowed. Playing the playing royal card, aren't ya? Typical. Says the author who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's Police. He's showing her badge. I'm the best. I'm the inspector. Here you go. I'm the inspector.
Okay, anyways, in that case, regardless of the debate or what on showing off the young man, I must ask you to man your proper testimony in the interest of coordinated national relationship between Great Britain and Bohemia. Oh god.
It was nothing, sir. I want to see the fun. Wait, he said the balloons were not damaged.
Hold it!
Wait, I want to see if there's any funny line comes with the other guys since I effed up the other one.
Excuse me!
Let's see if I can not get a penalty for that way. If I may, Miss Lune.
Ah, you like one of my balloons, eh? Blego, then chilies for one.
No, I was going to ask you the last name of Wallace for some reason.
People say things to me all the time.
Sorry?
They say avaricious, they say money clubbing, they say cheap, full of hot air, sleepy swino, even though I'm hot air on my head. If I will let what people say for me, how can I fly my balloon, huh?
I think we just need to pull it out and guess.
balloons work, really?
Oh, that is why I refuse to listen to what people say.
Oh my god, the head is blowing up like crazy.
Why should I? This is not good.
Well, if he doesn't listen, that explains a lot. A balloon with arms and legs, but no faculties with which to hear. There's no need to get carried away. Okay, let's try.
Hold it!
Okay, now look for the. I'm not gonna go for journal stock because I think last time.
Excuse me.
Master Gods, do you have something to say? Something that strikes you about what you heard, perhaps? What I hear was you failing to remember my full name. Sorry? It is Wilhelm Gottstein Sigmund Ottenstein. Wilhelm Ireland's friend's power of recollection are clearly abysmal. Perhaps he have forgotten where he is. Next time, and you, boy, please ask him to write the name down. My teacher in elementary school said that you are low enough to forget someone's name, you will have the most awful luck imaginable. All the name brought up in your life was such great pain, but well, the important is to listen to it, so please pay attention to the testimony. Okay. Well, the time piece I can. Well, it could be this one. Hold on, I'm trying to save first. It could be this one. Oops! Oops, I saved the wrong one. Oh well, guess there's no turning back.
Objection!
What? No? Okay, that is wrong. Well, I think this is the green one, but... Well, the other one is... Wait, he said they got no balloon damage earlier, so... This one?
Objection!
Seriously? Okay, never mind, I think... Now I'm moving on. Mr. Lule, in your testimony, you said that all three of the balloons you had operating at the time were undamaged.
See, that is correct. If they had been caught in the explosiones, it would have been terrible.
I wonder, if you might know what this is, at this...
I think that might be. See, part of the balloons are burnt piece of the fabric of the envelope.
Sorry, the envelope?
Pardon, that is the large round part of the balloon which becomes filled with hot air. It's made from very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want to rip when you are in the sky.
Just as I thought. This speed clause was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Mr. Gods testified, a green balloon did indeed explode that day. If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belongs to you, Mr. Lune, then your statement that they were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence.
No! Oh shit, my balloons!
If the balloon exploded today, why didn't the man say so?
Maybe everyone was out of skill. Oh no, having suspended the 10,000 pound for experiments all over. Seems to me like they was trapped in 50% of the
Objection!
The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after explosion on the stage. The point of the material is shipped to a location occupied by a balloon. Causing the balloon to explode? Yes, immensely plausible. An unfortunate traffic accident, whatever the call. Oh, but it changes nothing about the pretenders. Oh, this I got exit.
Hold on, Mr. Lune.
You are suggesting I'm a liar. That person died in a balloon incident.
There's no need to get fired at all, Mr. Lune. The victim was a sole fatality that day.
That's right, and I blew it. But Balanza Lune is not alive. There is no such balloon in the sky. There is none possible.
You're saying it's impossible. Why? This spot has more important matter to discuss than the number of balloons that were operating that day.
Hey!
Objection!
But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appeared to have known anything about this other balloon until now. I know. The defense called for further testimony from Mr. Lule.
I concur. There is a clear more than the truth here than meets the eye. It's imperative that we clear up the issue of this phantom balloon, I feel. Witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloons you were operating at exhibit. Ah, glassy, my lord.
Wait, I'm thinking about the balloon part. If you really take up like that, does it mean that that somebody used it to carry that bird cage? I think.
Yes, I say, balloon is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky lend the same. All three of my balloons will carry passengers if they fell on the ground and in explosives, what a cut was falling.
But you can't get away with the fact that the blown up big old club was found at sea, can ya? The purpose of the young reckoning was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage.
This stupido Ragazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripes everywhere. So your assertion is that the balloon this just saw was no one that belongs to you, and I assume that the Ragazzo is actually the defense. See, excellent! Sorry. See, Extamante, if he saw a balloon in the third place, I do not like the sound. It is very bad for business. I have good mind to sue the land of Bohemia. Hey!
If you attack us, we will fight back. I be there before. It will be for all of war. Another balloon, please.
Here's a pot balloon.
Thank you. What happened to all of war? Mr. Lennox certainly doesn't appear to be lying, but that doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence are contradicted here. If the defense is unable to find fault with the witness's next statement, the court must consider the truth. Think long and hard on it, my young friend. The situation has clearly changed now. I have to get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes.
Counsel, you may now cross-examine the witnesses.
You could just have forgotten one, maybe?
No, let me signal. I might not notice if I was given 100 lentils and one was missing. But we are talking about 3 enormous balloons. Do you believe I could make a mistake about something so grande and expensive?
I took the liberty of having Inspector Gregson check this gentleman's warehouse. I have the report here. It says a total of 3 balloons.
It would appear that no mistake has been done.
Surely Mr. Swiss could have been sent for such a mere task. What, me? I'll tell you what I told about. These end kids like me can only count up to 2. Honestly, that ain't fair, but the boss walked in and said, we have to go himself in the case. Good Gregson.
What do I gotta do this on this? Well, unless I got my infinite citizenship to pay for him. Oh, do you? Okay.
Hold it!
I would be quite extraordinary if they fell to the ground for any reason, I think. On that note, Mr. Lune, tell me, what is that that keeps these balloons in the sky?
Are you an idiot?
Sorry?
That is like asking, why does the candle burn bright? Have you seen my head? Take a look at my head that looks like a hot air balloon, okay? It burns bright because it burns bright, and the balloon flies because it flies. What else?
That must be Italian for I don't know. There are two types of flying balloons, hot air balloons and gas balloons. Hot air balloons work on the principle of hot air being less dense than cold air, whereas a gas balloon derives their lift by using a gas that is lighter than air.
See, and my balloons are filled with the magic gas I believe.
Hydrogen, lighter than air, but highly explosive.
Good lord! I do not permit smoking of the scintillates in any of my balloons. The magic does not like fire. The magic does not like fire, I'm sorry.
Even a small spark of static electricity causes the expire balloon.
What's the matter with you, signor? All that comes down now is explosions. I tell you, my balloons are perfectly safe. They have to be all I cannot eat. None of my balloons exploded. I am completely sure. But if you still say that what happened, you must show me proof. Even though my balloons have just exploded, but that's not the case.
Alright, so let's not two balloons again. None of them. There's the one was the one that exploded.
Hold it!
I was surprised to find that the piece of fabric is still at the scene actually. Didn't you search around the area surrounding the fish for clues? Nah, I'm not into collecting stuff around me. Hopeless work out better. Diving into people's pockets is dead. But so much for the new career path. Mind you, the boss was honest and he's picking up all kinds of weapons on the floor. Thing is though, the cage went crashing to piece the tower, didn't it? So that's when most of the investigation was going on. Even so, I would have thought someone from Scotland Yard would have gathered up as evidence. Cool, listen to you, just stumble across a bit of balloon and suddenly you're bust investigating the world. Pardon? Well, you ain't got cash, have you? Like this one! I could let's see if you want to.
Oh no, that's not how it works.
I wouldn't put it past her. Come to think of it, there was a talk of some scorching on the ground at the meeting we had about the investigation.
Hold it!
There were considerable damage to the stage and surrounding area, wasn't there? Yeah, some of the gold crop was what were watching the experiment were caught in the blast and injured. Good job the old contraption didn't need over it. I hadn't even considered that. It seems there was a great panic after the incident occurred. Nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed a torn piece of the envelope on the balloon. Inspector Grayson can expect repercussions. Like me sweet for all fish and chips, eh?
No, not the fish and chip, no!
The man saw pleasure.
None of this matter. Those clever balloon envelopes mean nothing. Niente. This stupid.
Hold it!
You mean the color is wrong?
Si, senor. I do not have any game balloons in my warehouse.
And yet, a piece of green cloth was found at the scene and is unmistakably from the balloon.
Well, I do not know how they can be.
For the sake of the argument, let's say that the green balloon did explode above the stage. You couldn't therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question. Why not? There have been recreation balloons flights over Hyde Park operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some early day. Fortunately, as I'm sure you agree.
You believe reads from some early balloons accident that predates the exhibition? Si, exactamente. As the signor said, it is not from one of my balloons. Clearly, this little lugs are from
Oops. Uh-oh.
Clearly, this little rug doesn't from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw. If you come to my warehouse, you will see my silly Felicity balloon. Oh, great thing for them.
I've already verified Mr. Lumen's annual business reports, and he has the same number of balloons for a year now.
Well, as though as ever, overlord this. Sorry. Well, as though as ever, vengeance Tuzami, sir.
In that case, is the young voice imagining things? I think I need to press on. Yeah, it is again. As I thought, Mr. Luna's session is just doesn't quite. The young bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth but Mr. Luna vehemently denies the possibility and is hard to imagine the man charged could be mistaken about the numbers that were yeah. Still, this is inconsistency must tell us something. I'm sure. Okay. The last person.
Hold it!
Okay.
Excuse me!
Yeah, it's showing time now. It's something wrong, Master. It's Master Wilhelm Goldstein's sickness of Ostermeister. It was on the tip of my tongue. I can't say the full line. Sorry, I don't have a pen and paper. Yeah, something was very low. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear all over Bohemia.
You can speak as much bad language as you like, but please change that thing.
Another balloon.
Ah, okay, here's a pea balloon. If you don't have even this rag so, then I must tell you your parents to punish you, eh?
Oh, so the Ragazon is not me, but the kid, huh? Oh, Ragazon, that means Ragamuff, I think. Perhaps we let the judge decide when it comes to punishments. Evidence? What is evidence?
To give a simple explanation, young man. A photograph, for instance, something tangible proof of what you claim.
Well, why do you say so? I have the photographs here. Oh,
What? Good gracious!
seriously? What? I have not been up in the balloon for a little while, so I was very excited. Ta-da! I took lots and lots of photographs of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemian exhibit, of the streets of London, and of the sockets, hot hills, the balloons, and the instantaneous comments experiment. Did you take a photo of that? Yeah, one picture! Really? You did take one? But all I want was a grinding balloon. I was not interested in bowling experiments. Never mind. Can you show us the photograph? Of course, and then you will see that I'm not lying. That I really did see a green balloon. Well, I see, but too shocked to speak.
Yes, I think shock is indeed the word, young man.
Another balloon.
Yeah,
Yeah, perhaps you can't see that it was a green balloon from this photograph blood. But that's not my fault. Where this to all of the people who made this camera. Oh shit. I got shit trouble with Bohemian Kings right now. That is one very Bohemian sounding crime.
Anyway, the court may accept this photograph. There's evidence.
The photograph of the balloon has entered the court record.
Mr. Lode, please give me another balloon.
Okay, thank you. It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made this camera. Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful superior memories to take home with you. You're in court and going on the balloon and everything that. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph? Well, it was the day on the big explosion. You don't say. When I pressed the shutter release, there was this very loud bang, and the hot wind rushes over my face. That means this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred.
Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give the flying fig.
Lovely language you picked up. Okay. As I said, Maybe... Oops. How does the balloon look like again? Sorry. Every balloon has... Wait, I'm trying to save again just in case I screwed up in this thing again. Okay, I made a mistake again on saving, but now... Oh well. Sorry. Maybe it's a new photograph.
Objection!
Okay. Unfortunately, the photograph master got so can't tell us the color of the balloon, but it can tell us something else. Something crucial important. What? It shows us that the picture balloon wasn't carrying any passengers. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're right. But surely all balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in it otherwise. See, they are for pleasure. For seeing this, my balloons will only fly with passengers.
Which is tell us that the picture balloon isn't one of this. So when the incident occurred that day... Wait. Oh yeah, I just also realized that because the fact that... Where's the people here? Those people... And I just realized he was here. There was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon.
Oh, I know nothing. Niente. I can only tell you one thing. If this balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not one of mine.
Objection!
There are illegal tradesmen everywhere you can care to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur decides to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition. And I managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Luna's patch without him realizing.
See, the competitors were trying to steal my profit. I did not know this because of the experimenter that went wrong with on the stage.
This fourth balloon explodes at the very same moment Mr. Asmer was blown from the stage below. Right, so them scraps that fell to the ground after I left them in scorch marks. They didn't come from the stage at all. There was bits of all balloon raining down. Of course no one was in it, it didn't hold no attention. The mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers suddenly floating over the...
Objection!
It's forgotten. Photograph showed us nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some road train. Clearly it had nothing to do with this case.
It's really relevant, I must say.
It's got as sufficient evidence and here ample testimony already. The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded. Sorry, I'm reading this paper. I'm playing cards.
Let me check.
Really, have we really go to that true yet? No, I can't let this opportunity slip. The jurors mind and not in our favor. What else the photographs can tell us? What's this nice beam shot, huh?
Objection!
Ladies and gentlemen, jurors, wait, please don't give your decision yet. The photograph of Master Gods may well be shaping one more vital clue.
What's that?
A vital clue?
Objection!
We're well past the point of mere possibility. It's time to define it now, so tell the court. What exactly does this illustrious clue in the photograph proves? The losers are not the... No, the cause of explosion, I think. We can reasonably assume that the picture balloon was destroyed in the searching heat of the explosion. Yeah, that's right. It was not my fault. Evidently, because the birdcage from the Genesis machine materialized in the sky where you had been flying. And the balloon being filled with flammable hydrogen instantly and explosively ignited.
Objection!
No, that's not what happened. What?
It would appears that this photograph requires close examination. Counsel for defense, you have highlighted the location of this illusion in the photograph of the court.
Of course, my lord. If you look at this closely, it's plain enough to see. And what's shown is linked to another piece of evidence we have. In a way, it leads to an unbelievable conclusion. This clue that heavily suggests the real reason the balloon exploded is this one here.
Take that!
That nice arrow here. The timing of this photograph can only be described as a miraculous. Look, you know this is a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon, most like a ray of light causing intensity on the film. I'm afraid I can't see nothing of the sort. If you look with the magnifying glass, my lord, it became clear that with what the nature of this bright light really is.
Goodness, what is that? Undeniably some flash of light, yes.
Oh golly, do you think it might be lightning?
But it couldn't have been a finer day.
I believe we may be looking at fire.
A ball of fire heading straight to the balloon, like an arrow. Indeed, even my aging eyes, it would appear to be a flame of some sort. My word, are you suggesting this flame struck the hydrogen gas that filled the balloon?
Objection!
That's absurd. The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time. No flame could possibly have reached such height.
Objection!
Actually, it's my opinion that the particular piece of evidence found in the scene reveals how that is exactly what happened. What happened? What evidence?
If such evidence exists, counsel, then for goodness sake, present it, man. Which evidence explains that this mysterious strip of flame appears to be headed directly to the balloon?
This one.
Take that!
Crossbow. This was found hidden at the foot of a small ornamental tree near the scene.
Good lord, is that a crossbow?
An arrow dipped in oil and set alight to. An arrow dipped in oil and set alight could have been shot from this weapon, sending a flame arrow straight into a hydrogen-filled balloon.
Are you suggesting that crossbow was used to deliberately?
Blimey, you're right. The streak or light on the photo looks like just an arrow, don't it?
Then the explosionality of the balloon was
Very likely the result of the flaming arrow from this crossbow igniting the hydrogen gas inside.
no. Order! Counsel, this is an extraordinary supposition.
If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question. The noise of the discharge, of course. That's right. By using crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently. Well, yeah, if someone had heard a gun off the exhibition ground, it would have caused a real panic.
But with the big explosion there will be a very big panic anyway, no?
I don't like this. I should be pleased to have found a possible explanation for all this, but something feels wrong.
Objection!
Do you understand the implication of what you're saying, my nipperless friend? If a flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded. And if the birdcage appears from a cloud of smoke, that's ensured. What? Wait a minute. What are you saying here? I don't get it. What? Was the birdcage beamed up into the sky or what?
My goodness me.
Ah, now I understand. That's what's the sinking feeling is about. I think there's a good chance that the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along.
What? Did I just hear call? Really, counsel?
There's no going back now. The horse has been bolted. Let's assume, as I said, that the birdcage was hidden inside the grain balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment was started, the birdcage in the kinesis machine disappeared in the cloud machine. Wait, what? Hold on a sec. Let me see the photograph. Was the guy inside here? But the guy is in here, so who's... At the moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of spectators to the sky above their heads. For amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appears to fall down and crash into the crystal tower. I think you all agree that it's entirely plausible, and what I just described is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment carried out that day.
Good grief!
Objection!
This is ludicrous. What we describe is no science experiment. It's child's play, a contemporary display of stage magic. What Mrs. Jones and I said an experiment was a scientific impossibility, in which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day. And in any case, the victim's body was found inside the birdcage in the crystal tower. If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that? If I may put a word, as a man of magic myself, such apparent discrepancies can be easily explained by some simple deception. Juror number 3. All that we need is a doppelganger, someone who looks very similar to the victim, Mr. Asman. And having this other man appear on stage in front of the show of some body double. Oh yeah! Like a pigeons. Yes, of course it's all correct. Mr. Asman must have been into the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start.
Objection!
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside would have been scattered to the four winds when it exploded. Not one would ever be embarked on such risky venture.
Not necessarily. Oh, how coincident I'm actually in. Not necessarily, and coincidentally I'm over here because I was man of science.
You know that's a coincidence. Got a magician here and a freaking scientist here, so yeah. This is a very nice joke.
The explosion force of the balloon gas would very much depend on the mixture ratio.
Juror number 4.
Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gas such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosion forces can be altered. The mixture ratio. Obviously, the victim's body will have suffered something that would be unavoidable, but not to such extent as to render this whole obscene charade impossible.
So everything that happens can be explained, logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfs the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred.
Well, goodness me.
And if we accept that this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Asman, was never present on the public explanation stage to begin with. In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defender who was on stage in full view the entire time.
Oh no.
This will be very hard for the prosecution to count. Lord Benson's credibility to maintain that Professor Hammer is a suspect. Hold it. What? Oh, come on! Hammer, come on, please accept it, you ass. Mr. Naoto, I appreciate your thank you. Professor? But you can't stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please. Sorry? What's all this about, Mr. Haberlin? Albert Haberlin hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Mr. Odiasman. Yes, it was me, with my favorite friend and with a screwdriver. What the What are you doing, you fuck? Oh god, this guy is stupid.
Order. Defender, explain this solid confession.
Objection!
Professor Herbert, what the fuck are you talking about? It's what I've said, Allah. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine. You stand there and claim it was all a trick. I know I love a prank, but where's your proof? No, you have that same in the machine if you wanted to prove, but then it will be all over. My beautiful hypothesis will be like that. It's thinking of it. It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build that. It's quite conceivable that you were a dupe person if you just didn't have to. Yes, I cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear. So please ensure this with the SD. Ensure the SD for the Special Defensive for Scientific Equipment Act is adhered to any protection of my creation. Oh, great. This guy's. Before I tell my stupidity, let me have a drink. You know, a second drink. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical juncture. Cheers to my learned friend. What? And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense position in the light of the accused's confession. You intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick. Because the moment you do, this special defensive for scientific act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will demand the rigorous examination of the machine involved in order to establish the truth. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed, and the confidential of the professor's hypothesis preserved. Well, counsel, we are to defend official position on this matter. What Professor Hadley, my client actually asked, was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis, but there's no way to do that without implying that the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting innocence, or do I have a point? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust. You've been silent for long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend? Or has all your knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind? Come on, let me give you some time to think. Wait till now, heard up. There's no escape here. I have to make a choice, but it's an impossible one. I have to give up on something, but what? The defense asserts that the defense semiconductor machine was in fact conjure trick. There's no way, otherwise he's good. Come on, say it up. Yo, I can't say it. My client's place is failing me. I can't just let him down. Damn it! What must I give up for? It's not the question asked for here. It's what I can protect. What the f- Susato? What are you even doing here? Wait. How are you even back here? Hello again, Mr. Naruto. It's been far too long. Susato-san, what are you doing? But what are you? Oh, not again! Oh, my neck! Oh, my face is okay. The time is excellent. I'll be so long. Oh, my neck. Good thing I buy this thing, because this thing is protecting my neck. Oh. There'll be time talking to Mr. Naruto. For now, you must concentrate on the task at hand.
Excuse me, but why is this lady tossing the defense then to the floor?
It's working out. Not what I have to give up, but what I can protect. Ow. Okay, I'm back again. Sorry. Professor Herbert. Yes. Yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too. Yes, of course. And personally, I believe that you didn't stand Mr. Aspen. I think you come to realize that something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue.
No! Screw the ball. Do that again.
So, you finally open your eyes. What? And as for you, I'll
but you can't ignore this any longer. Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say?
Barak. Lord Van Zeeks. Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before.
In truth, there is one thing, something I remember of that relevance.
What?
On the day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near to the stage. A man holding that crossbow.
I beg your pardon.
Professor, did the man have any distinguished features? What did he look like?
Tall, taller than me, and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter and wider than me. No, not like Dracula, just white. Let me see. One less lens than me, with a monocle, a rather south black monocle. One thing particularly will help to positively identify the man. You see, I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer who built my inventions.
What?
He built the machine?
That's right. Mr. Asman introduced me to. That's right. Mr. Asman introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of urghh.
Wait, is he one of the Sherlock Holmes characters?
Drama? Does this name mean something, members of the jury? Does this name mean something, members of the jury seems flustered. Not a name as I wish to hear. The man's an abomination.
Not a name any conjure wishes to hear it either.
Who on earth is he?
I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard of in scientific circles in connection with the man named Let's talk about the other flamboyant experiments that turned out to be nothing but straight chicory in the end. Obviously, the rascal is up to the government's wishes grant money.
When magicians and needing money, I have heard of them resorting to these underhandling tactics. Some acquaintance of mine with experience of such things have mentioned urgh's name before.
The man is both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confident trickster here. That's urghh for you.
So it's as true then. My inventions, my great machine, it was just a grand illusion.
Considering what we just heard about Mr. Draper's character, I'm sorry to say that it sounds increasingly likely.
Even though there's no one else believe it, I wanted to believe that machine would functionally exact as my hypothesis predicted. Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume. I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, it constructively would give up away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen. But at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick and a work of deception, then everything I worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect.
So, you really had no idea then, did you, about the true nature of the machine that was built, and the true nature of Mr. Draper?
I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it.
It's entirely possible that Mr. Asman and Mr. Draper were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money.
When I announced my inventions to the crowd that day, it was the finest moment of my career. I pulled all the levers and turned all the dials in the exact way Draper had described. When the smoke suddenly started billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what the hell was happening. My really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore. Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your inventions for the protection afforded by the Special Defensible Scientific Equipment Act? Yes, please go ahead. I'm very sorry.
It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now.
Wait, now I realize it. There's not even a single summation examination. Wow. Okay, this is a first. That's a lot of surprise. Wow.
Lord Venzies, my lord, the court will now has newly been made aware of another party who's involved in this matter is critical.
Yes, Mr. Drebber.
Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like him served with a subpoena.
With pleasure, my lord.
Now, counsel for the defense.
Yes, my lord.
When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you. Evidence that is the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he recently stands accused.
I understand.
Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. Court's in recess.
October, 1:30 p.m. The Old Whale Defendant's Antechamber. Mr. Naoto. Yes? I'm so sorry. I was wrong. I was alright. I tricked you. You trust me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did I become to this? I'm so sorry. Did you really have no idea, Professor, about what Mr. Drebber was really up to? I mean, about what he was really constructing? Naturally, that machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis, all my hopes and dreams. I completely faith in it. Alright, in that case, I won't say it anymore. Now, setting the murder accusation against you still stands, so we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. And I presume we're going to have another submission examination for tomorrow. Well, thank you for doing so much for me. I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, now. Arriving late? Didn't you see my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I had arrived. Postcard? What postcard? Yeah, he didn't want you in, so you would be surprised. Oh, Iris, why? Well, didn't it work? I was surprised, alright, especially when she threw me out to the ground and she didn't even get penalized for it. Ow, my neck. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was so happy to see you again, but it sort of slipped up. Maybe we could stick to more traditional display of emotional future rather than breaking my neck. Since this train was late in London, Victoria, this morning, you see, when we made the coachman really with the horse hard, so she didn't miss the tour trial. And don't worry, you're not the one going to get subpoena or anything in the next round. Wait, what? I remember the last game. I was watching you from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. Well, I'm glad you didn't. Huh? Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So I'm delighted to see you back in London. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naoto. I'm delighted you to be here. I hope I can continue to be of service to you. Of course, sir. What brought you back? Did Professor Mikotoba not protest? Let's save all this conversation for when we were. Let's save all that conversation for when we were back at the home, shall we?
I have a nice outfit for her. You know, I made one for my special plans and forever for this special occasion. Oh, I will tell one if I can't wait. Suzuto-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn. Oh. Yep, and that's it for today. That thus ends the second part. So anyways, for those who are watching the stream right now, thank you. If you like this one, if you like this video, give a like and subscribe. So anyways, without further ado, this is Andrew, signing off. See you next time. Caught in recess.